Hi everyone, my name is Sherry. The information I'm going to share with you is not intended to diagnose any diseases or anything like that. I'm just going to share with you what I do when I give myself a coffee enema. So what I use is Pure Life Enema Coffee. This can be obtained, you can get it on Amazon. The website here is purelifeenema.com, and it's accepted by the Gerson Therapy also uses this type of coffee. So look up Gerson Therapy. It tells you about great ways of healing the body. Prior to your coffee enema, you want to get some chlorella. This is going to capture those toxins that are going to be running rampant after you try and clean your liver out. So take some chlorella prior to taking your coffee enema. This is from Dr. Mercola, fantastic physician and nutritionist. I like to use a digital thermometer because it allows me to get the right temperature for my enema. I like 105-degree temperature. You may like something a little cooler. You want to get yourself some plastic disposable gloves. Also, this is fantastic. This is called a weed jar. You can Google it. It keeps all of your product, in this case your coffee. I have a scooper in here. I use a wooden scooper, and usually I use 2 of these scoopers in my coffee, sometimes 3. This is where I keep the coffee. It smells great. Then you get yourself one of these teapots that have the strainers inside. See, it has a strainer. Put your coffee in there. You're going to use distilled water. What kind of water? You're going to use distilled water. We don't want tap water anywhere near our coffee enema. So you're going to use distilled water. Even when you wash out your coffee pot, you want to make sure you're drying it all the way out. No tap water, ever. All right, and so what I have here is a heating element. It's called iSiler, I-S-I-L-E-R. You can get this on Amazon as well. I have this entire setup in my bathroom. So get yourself one of those swimming mats where they have the chair and it has little folding mats. Get something like that, lay it on your floor, get your candles going or incense, and make it a spa. Treat yourself really nice when you do your coffee enemas, and pray over yourself. So I'm going to talk about how to actually use the coffee enema and how to take your coffee enema. So anyway, this is an enema bucket. Do not use the plastic ones. You want something that's made out of steel. This is it's called Medisential, MEDISENTIAL, Medisential. Anyway, this is a new coffee enema bucket. It comes deconstructed, or it comes apart. So this part would actually be the tubing. You would just slide the tubing on like I've done here. Just want to make sure that your clasp is actually pointing downward. So when you slide this on, you want to make sure this part is facing downward. So I should be pressing down like this. This will actually keep the coffee from coming out of the tube. Then here's your tip. Now there's multiple tips you can use. There's a couple different ones. Find out which one's most comfortable for you, but these are interchangeable. So you could use one and say, hey, I don't like the way that feels. I can try a smaller one. You could do that as well. What you want to make sure is once you finish your coffee enema, get one of those little metal hooks, put it on your shower, something that hangs, and you want to rinse it out, wash it out, and you want to hang it so that to make sure your tubing doesn't get any mold in your tubing. Okay, so it's critical because you're cleaning your body out. You certainly don't want mold going back in your body. So this tubing should always be clear and dry. So find a place in your bathroom to let it hang just like that and make sure it's dry. Now when you actually fill your bucket up, so you've made your coffee. Usually you want to have that coffee cook slowly. I have it on 350. Cook it for like 15 minutes. It's nice and dark. You pour your coffee into, make sure your clip is clipped right. So you pour your coffee in to the bucket, coffee into the bucket. You take your temperature gauge. Oh, it's 105. That's a perfect temperature. You put your gloves on. So you have your gloves. 1 second. Put your gloves on, and you put some type of like coconut oil, no Vaseline. Just use coconut oil and moisture. Get some oil on the tips, right? and you want to make sure that you get the air bubbles out. So basically the coffee is in here, you're going to open it up and then slowly let the coffee run down. It's going to get to the tip, and then you're going to clamp it really quickly like that. All right, so now this is all filled with coffee at this point at the proper temperature. You have your glove on, and now you lay down comfortably on your left side. So you want to lay on your left side and you say, thank you, God, for the healing. And then you just slowly, easily put it into your bum, and then make sure you're relaxed. And then you slowly unclick it maybe one time just to feel the flow. And I will tell you, the first time you do your coffee enema, you will not be able to hold it for 15 minutes unless you're really, really good. But don't force it. If your body says you gotta go, you gotta go. So go ahead and you try and lay on your goal is to lay on your body, lay on your left side for 15 minutes. And then once you lay on your body for 15 minutes, go ahead and make your way to the bathroom, the toilet, as quickly as you can. And then everything will eliminate all those toxins, all that terrible food and the plastics and all the metals and all the stuff that's in our bodies right now, the parasites, all that's going to come out. So it's nice because after 15 minutes, you've just cleaned your blood 5 times. So just do this as a treat for yourself. You'll find out how often you need to do this based on how you feel. If you feel like, hey, I can use another one, it's going to heal your guts. But what you got to make sure that you do, can't have one without the other. You got to make sure you're drinking organic, fresh squeezed juice. Either carrot juice is my go-to, 8 to 10 ounces or 8 to 12 ounces, or green juice, but some type of juice to actually help your body heal, because it's a lot of work for that liver to actually open up like a sponge. And also, if you don't like liver, what you can do is buy liver capsules, organic liver grass-fed beef capsules, and use that, because all the work your liver is doing, you got to do